The war ain't over. Look at all these Nazis walking around.
It's over. The Nazis rule the world now. They are everywhere.
Alright, welcome to DX Plays Wolfenstein The New Order. This is one of my favorite games that I've recently played. I say recently, but I played this game back in January. It took me a while to get to it, but once I finally did, I ended up loving it. So today we're going to play it since I am releasing a Youngblood video later in this month. So I want to say that I played this originally on I Am Death Incarnate when I first played it. We'll be playing it on Uber today. We're probably going to die a lot.
In my dream, I smell the barbecue. I hear children. A dog. And I see someone. I think I see someone. These things. None of it for me. I'm moved by roaring engines. I'm lone warriors. We come from the night.
This is an IdTech 5 game, and it looks surprisingly good considering.
Eyes open, Blazkowicz. You keep the lookout. I need to go for a piss. Shite! No, not today. Blazkowicz, go back into the flight deck. Clamp the fuel line to engine 6, quickly! There's 1,000 gallons of avgas in the port tank. Get it done or we'll lose the whole wing. Fire! Clamp it now, the box day!
This game has a lot of interesting interactivity that doesn't really carry over into the next games, but it's interesting for this game.
Everything we've got out the cargo door. This flak is coming from Death's Head's compound. Oh, the devil. Cherry is off! Up to the turret, Blazkowicz. Go! Crane kills. Mind our friendlies.
Oh boy, here we go. One thing I think this game does really smart is the fact that it starts off during the war, and then it quickly transitions out of the war. So you get the best parts of the war in terms of gameplay, but then the game quickly and rapidly switches pacing and perspective.
Can't reach you today. I have a war to win.
You're still breathing, you jammy bastard. You're tough as they come, you know. Jesus Christ.
This game, of course, has leaning, which is one of the best features of the game. This game's presentation is really second to none. It's really interesting how this game manages to blend its story and its gameplay so well. I think this game has even better pacing than something like Far Cry 3, which I thought had really good pacing.
You are getting visitors. Roger that, sir! Blazkowicz, get the cockpit door open. You're gonna have...
Oh boy.
You ready? Here we go! Push back to my escort! Oh my God, how many have we lost? I've got you!
What's the score, Cat?
Do or die, son. Same as always.
Hoorah, sir!
Oh, thank God you're here! Oh, get up your ass! 1, 3, 4, 8, 9 are down. All right, slaves that will have to abort. Blazkowicz, get this boy off the floor. It's a negative, Condor 9. Maintain your course. God damn it, Gordon. We're getting murdered out here. Listen to me, Fergus. If this mission fails, we...
I love Wyatt.
Grab your ball back, Blazko. Brace for impact. We're coming down hard. God save fuck all. Hold on!
It's the break of dawn. July 16, 1946. Everything has gone to shit. The Nazi war machine is advancing at an astonishing rate. And we can't catch up. Our tactics are failing. Outclassed and outgunned. People are getting desperate. Not me. I'm here to see an old friend and settle a score. Turn this thing around.
Hey. Panzerhund. Fuck that thing.
Fergus, what's your status?
We've got the skitters in bad ways over here. Trapped inside an aircraft, well, some kind of armored hell beast is trying to fucking eat us. No joke.
I'm at the same problem here. Shacked up inside dead wreckage.
Is that you over there? Hey, Private Wyatt, flash your lights. Blasco, can you see the light? Wait, turn off the light, turn it off. Yes, sir.
I see you. What can I do for you?
We can't get to it from our position. Utterly fucking trapped in here. But if you can access a cockpit turret on this here aircraft, you might be able to kill the beast. Regular small arms sure don't work for bug at all. Hey, perhaps you can swim here. Just keep your head down below the surface. You should be alright.
Good plan, Fergus. Coming to you.
So these are all pre-rendered cutscenes, but to their credit, I think they're all in-engine, so there's not that weird sort of jarring effect that you would get with real. Oh my. All right, there's not that weird sort of jarring effect that you would get with more CG. And so I want to make a point about this. MachineGames 21:9 support on all of the Wolfenstein games is absolutely incredible. So the cutscenes in this game are all anamorphic, but if you're playing in 21:9, they just reach the ends of the screen. You don't have to do anything in particular. You're dying now, cocksucker.
We cannot advance a unit without being slaughtered. So, I want you to make your way over into those trenches and take the nest out. Just run as fast as you possibly bloody can, straight up the middle. We'll lay down cover fire from here.
Got it.
I'll put this on. I'll radio updates from our position. Right, lads, be ready to lay down suppressor fire.
Another thing you immediately notice about this game is how good the gunplay is. It's just, this game does so many things so right. What this game does really well is the fact that it starts off during the war and then quickly transitions out of the war, because I feel like there's 1,000,001 games where you play during the war. Now, for this, we have to lean. Yeah, this is actually a tricky one. This took me a long time to get, but you just have to lean like that, and then the door opens. Oh my god, he's still alive. I've never seen that before. I love the gunplay in this game. This is a new contender for the best game on DX Plays so far. No, this is the best game I've ever played for DX Plays. 100%. This game doesn't have the weapon wheel you can bring up on command, I think. Not like the other one. Of course, you can lean too, so you can use that to your strategic advantage. I can get that guy, but I can also get this guy here. I am playing this on Uber difficulty, which I've never done before. We have no ammo for this. All right, let's switch over to our assault. Let's switch over to the SMG. Oh shit! Oh, I forgot. The dual wielding is introduced really early in this. Now we can dual wield. I keep pressing V because V is the key in the other games. Okay, let's see about this. Now there should be guys up there. Yep. Oh shit. I like that you can hit metal bars in this. Now, I don't have a knife yet, but I should get a knife soon, and then you can just do the throwing knife thing and kill people pretty quickly. But we have the SMG here. So I keep saying I love the gunplay in this game. And what I appreciate about the gunplay is that, yeah, it's that sort of aim down sight stuff, but it works really well because I'm not opposed to aim down sights. Oh my god. I just think that there's some games that need it and some games that don't. This is a game that benefits greatly from it, I feel like. It's also a game that benefits, like, this game does a lot of merging of elements. So you see the lean, and there's rarely games with lean and aim down sights. Like, that's a very rare thing. Yeah, I didn't forget about you. Are you opposed to shift to sprint? No, I'm not at all. And this game does it really well. I feel like if you're gonna do shift to sprint, what you need to do in your game is have a sprint toggle. So you can either press it or hold it, and this game has that. Because this game, you know, this game has really good sprinting, and it adds to the combat. Whereas in other games, it really wouldn't. It's just there. But in this, you can use it to your advantage to get to certain places. Now we can dual wield these things, and I know that there's guys at opposite ends of here. Sometimes dual wielding is not what you want to be doing. Okay, no, that's not the grenade. I play too much Youngblood. I'm way too used to the Youngblood controls. This game does have different controls. And since this is an id Tech game, you know, it does have virtual texturing. It's difficult to explain, but basically, the benefit for the artist is that everything has its own texture. Like in games, usually you'll see recycled textures. You'll see like that'll have you know, a set of textures that applies to everything in the game. But what they can do with mega texturing, or what they used to do with mega texturing, which is now an evolved technology, is have different textures for everything. Like different textures for this wall as opposed to the wall over there. Different decals for different things. It introduced a host of streaming issues because all that stuff has to be streamed in since it's a huge load of information that the game is trying to get going. But I think it works well in this game. Rage also had it. Doom has it. Get fucked, asshole! I love takedowns in this game. Asshole doesn't know what's coming, Nazi cocksucker. Get fucked. What I really appreciate about this game is that it introduces the stealth versus action gameplay playstyle where you can stealth through the game if you want to, which is what I did for my first playthrough, or you can just go balls out with the action. It's really up to you, and I like that the game offers that choice. Oh, and see, now the game introduces its commander system. The commanders are gonna call in allies if they detect you. So you're then forced to do the action if you fail the stealth. But if you kill the commander, like right there, he's literally right there, I could just shoot him, reinforcements are not gonna be called. And since I'm already in the action, I'm just gonna take out my fucking dual guns and go here. Yeah, this is a special game. This is one of my favorite games. Now, if you notice, you get a movement penalty for dual wielding, which again is another interesting mechanic that they do really well in this game. I'm saying interesting a lot, but the way that this game does its integration of mechanics, like different mechanics, I mean, that's the word I want to use. It's interesting because normally if you do this sort of stuff, it fails. There's a bunch of games I can name that do this formula and massively fail, but this isn't one of them. See, I've activated the commander, or I've triggered the commander, so he's gonna call his reinforcements through there, and I gotta get the fuck out of here before I get hit. I'm already hit, but hey. You'll see to the top right that he's broadcasting the alarm, which means he's gonna basically call reinforcements in until I kill him. It's not never ending, but I do think it lasts for quite a bit, and I think it lasts more depending on the difficulty. So I'm playing this on Uber difficulty right now, which is the hardest. And it might last a while, but I already killed him, so we're done with that. I like the overcharging mechanic in this game as well, where you can overstack your health. Now, there is an upgrade system in this game. There are perks, which I don't think the other games translate, if I remember this properly. Youngblood certainly doesn't. Youngblood just has a straight up upgrade system, and I think the new Colossus does as well. What I think one of the flaws with this system is, let me see if I can bring it up. Yeah, okay. So perks. So what you can do here is basically upgrade certain components of your you know, your assault rifle and increasing dual speed. It's basically the perk system from Call of Duty, except expanded greatly and categorized. The reason I don't think that this carries over is because they just wanted to kind of simplify it. So instead of having a perk system, it's just an upgrade system. They're not the same thing entirely. An upgrade system, you know, is incremental and it's usually triggered by progress in the game. This perk system is activated by completing certain challenges. So like if I want increased damage when using the silenced handgun, I have to get 10 stealth kills with the silenced handgun. The reason that's probably the reason why they didn't keep doing this, is because maybe they got data back that it was, or they got feedback or data back that it was just not working for certain people, and they decided to just go with an upgrade system where you could choose differing branches of upgrades. Okay, so this is a really interesting one. Knife throwing. Knife throwing is basically a staple of these games. I have thrown approximately 1 billion knives playing Youngblood because the stealth is really easy in that game. But to get silent takedown, or we have to do 2 more silent takedowns to get the ability to throw knives. Throwing knives is a game changer in Wolfenstein games, or at least the machine game Wolfenstein games. Another way this game does the integration of mechanics really well, the combination of mechanics, is the fact that a lot of guns have alternate fire, which is something I love. It's straight out of, you know, 1999. I have to get the fuck out of here. This is a stealth section. Obviously, there's a commander. And they see me already. And if you guys see, I think the cover's being destroyed, so you don't have infinite cover in this game. I love the way that this gun fires. It feels so good. All right, enough of this, boys. Let's do what Wolfenstein does best. Now, in this game, I've noticed you cannot actually. There's one guy behind me. You cannot actually, in this game, destroy the alarms like you can in the new Colossus and Youngblood. Oh, I took fall damage there. See, he's calling reinforcements, so we're dicked here. Now, your health does regen. I mean, this game even does health regen, right? It's so good. So one of my favorite things about Fear, and that's a game I keep referencing back to, but one of the greatest things about Fear is that it has health regen, but it only has health regen up to 25. This game does the same thing, and it has health regen up to 20. And also you can get armor off of enemies. Now let's switch back to the single. This game also has armor that you can grab off enemies in case you need, in case you're in a pinch. So even though your health might be low, you'll have some armor going on. Oh, okay, so I usually have my melee button mapped to mouse 4. Mouse 4 in this one, or at least what I've mapped it to, is a grenade. Oh, for fuck's sake, I walked straight into this shit. Now, if you'll notice, this game, like I said, this game has alternate fire mode, so if you just want to fire one bullet, you can. If you want to make this, oh my god, I'm dead. I did not play that one very smart. Now that I've died and the game has respawned me, I want to talk about something else that's really good about this game. This game's save system is phenomenal. This game, I think, has the trifecta. I think this game has the holy trifecta of checkpoint saves, quick save, and manual save. The first games that I've ever seen do all three were Fear and Condemned, and I maintain to this day that those games have the best save systems because it's all the save systems. It gives you all the variety, and if you don't want to use manual or quick save, you can just go off checkpoint saves if you want that challenge, or if you like checkpoint saves for whatever other reason, and you can use quick save or manual save if you like those for whatever other reason. There's so much thought that went into this game, not just from a gameplay perspective, but from a player quality of life perspective, because I feel like there's no reason to not have all three save systems in the game. So far, all the combat has really been more action oriented, and then when we get into Death Head's compound, that's really when there's more of the stealth gameplay. This game does do both, which I think is, again, one of the appeals to me of the gameplay, that you can either do the stealth or the action. Turn around again, you bitch. Marsica would have demolished it with his bare hands. Alright, come on, you big bitch. I got something for you. There we go. Get shit on. Easy.
Was that you annihilating the stomper, Captain? That is some fine shooting.
And this is only like a part of the game. If like the entire game were just these like linear sort of levels, because this is a linear game, but there's different types of linear. So there's the linear where you're just running down corridors, and that's what this game is doing right now, where you do certain objectives and stuff like that. If it were just that, the entire game, it would still be a great game. But it's not just that, and this is just a part of the game. It's so good. All right. I peek out again, you bitch. I love lean! I missed that guy. Are you little bitch? Now if you... Ooh, that's a guy. I love that you can also hip fire into this. I just love games with options. I am the options guy. Oh, I'm being fired at through this thing. I am the options guy. This game presents so many options to the player. You can hip fire. You can ADS. You can lean. You can not lean. You can take cover. You can pop out of cover if you want. It's like, it's so good. And if you notice something, I think maybe this was the first game to do it, but if you notice, there's like contextual awareness of the player model when you're like next to a surface. Like I've said a billion times now, the way that this game does World War II and then just kind of transitioned into the 60s, I think was the right choice. Oh my fuck! Get away from me.
Hey, doggy! Hey, you okay, Captain? Take my hand, I'll help you up.
Private Wyatt, good kid.
Pay attention, bear boys. This is all turned from a goose hunt to a stick-up job. Behind us now is a center pillar of the German army. What are you doing, you puppet bastard?
Private gate, sirs. Important for duty.
Well, crazy and dedicated. Welcome to the war. Take over, Private. Now, General Death's Head is nearer to us now than he's been in years. Some nasty wounds you've got there, Private. Be sure to mind that bleed. We eliminate the General, we cut the head off the crowd war machine. We don't, they're gonna have us for breakfast.
You all right there, kid?
Sir, my eyes are watering, and I think I'm gonna be sick. Is this normal?
It's just nerves. Let me teach you a trick. Inhale. Count to 4. Exhale. Count to 4. All there is to it.
Well, having our ass tanned by some Nazi mutant fucking Frankenstein. So we ready then, lads? This time, we get the job done. Now let's go. Let's move it on. Go. Are you lazy or wee roasted? This is a war, not a fucking Sunday church walk. Come on.
A good team. Like father and son.
Captain Blazkowicz, Gates, Benson, your job is simple. Climb up this wall, get inside, locate the control room for this big fucking door and open it for us. You see any Nazi firearms, you take them. Bound to be better than ours. The rest of us will cover you from down here. Now, once the door's open, we get inside, we work our way up through the building, we meet up again on the top floors, we find Death's Head, and we shoot him in the head.
Check. No pressure, lads. But keep in mind, this may be our last chance. If we don't get Death's Head now, it is all over. No crime. traffic. Wait, it's fine. Over here. Right. Protect the lads on the wall. Covering fire.
Nope, not today, dicks. Not today, asshole.
Everybody okay? What's your status? Captain Blasters. Proud gates. Still
Fuck you.
How you are fucking able to persist through something like that, I do not know. Well done. We're okay down here.
Get fucked. You'll notice the volumetric lighting, which is really pretty here. This is a stealth-based sequence. That guy must have seen me. I'm fucked. That was not silent. Now what I like about this is that it tells you how close you are to the commanders. So we're really close to one of them. You can also kill the dogs in stealth. And that will count as one of your silent takedowns. What I'm about to do now, because these dogs are aids. There we go. Knife throwing perk. Let's go. All right. Oh boy. That's the second commander. Get fucked, asshole. Thanks for creating a choke point. Oh my god. No! Peek your head out again, you bitch. I dare you. Oh my god. Ah, he dropped it when he died. What a bitch. What a typical Nazi dumbass. This game's cinematic presentation, along with its pacing and its amazing gunplay and its great characters, I feel like it's what makes it as special as it is. Just an overall outstanding title, in my opinion. Ah, fuck you. Fucking cocksucker. That guy was alerted from before. The one thing that kind of sucks in games is that, like, you'll do a stealth sequence, right? You'll kill a bunch of guys, and then you move on to the next sequence, and everyone's just like, well, I didn't hear any gunfire. It's totally fucking fine. That's bullshit. There's more innovation in the game instead of RPG elements. For Youngblood, yeah, I talk about why that is in Youngblood. How did that guy not just see me? Whatever. I shot that guy in the face. Nunny.
Glasgow, we're pinned down in the courtyard. Quiet, you're empty, you dust cube.
Oh no. I remember this. I died a lot of times doing this sequence. We gotta kill a bunch of these cocksuckers. Long range combat. Like I'm saying, this game does a lot. This game, this is basically a walking turret segment, which I like. Fuck you. I got bullets for all these motherfuckers.
Come along, Blazkowicz.
I've got you. What a fucking circus.
My feet are broken.
What is this place?
Okay, so let's pause this here. I want to talk about this scene that's about to happen here. There's a lot of choice in video games, right? There's a lot of choice to do the things that you want in the story. Sometimes it has an effect on the story, sometimes it doesn't. There's a lot of games where your choices throughout the game will affect the ending of the game, and then those games end up getting sequels where certain players' play styles and the choices that they made don't really count because there can only be one canon sort of ending. This game is about to make us make a choice about something that affects the game throughout, and I have to give them the biggest credit in the world because I think they understood that problem. The problem with canon, singular canon endings The second game gave a shit about making sure that your choice here, the choice that you're about to make, counted. It's absolutely amazing. The fact that they would have this sort of foresight to do something like that. Anyways, let's get back to this. Really great sequence coming up here.
There's ashes down here. There's a lot of ashes down here.
Hey, Wyatt, see if you can find a way to open that door. Move it. See this pipework? Coming from that control box over there. What is it?
Come on.
Some kind of room-sized incinerator. What did you just fucking do?
I'm sorry, I thought it was for the door.
Taking the goddamn incinerator. Turn it off, turn those dials. Wait, shit! Let's try this one.
Come on. Come on. Well, screw. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry.
There's a keyhole. Blazkowicz, find the key!
It's starting. Maybe it's in the doors, Captain.
Hurry, Blazko! Get over here and open this thing! Blazko, save broken feet over there! Shut your bastard! Hey, what's all this then? Blazkowicz, sir, you ever seen anything like this? Everybody still breathing?
Affirmative. The incinerators are off.
Any way to get that door open? I'd rather fancy leaving the monster room.
I won't open from this side. Hold on. I can hear someone out there. Someone's coming. Oh, that's him, isn't it? That's him.
What the hell?
Stop it, okay?
Maybe here, mate. Grab a hold of yourself, Private. It's war. People die. You realize no more pressures in the next Taskmaster line. He's down in a trench somewhere. What a damnedest. That's what matters.
What are you people doing in there?
My people murdered so many times. I lost count.
So long since I practiced my English. It's a dying tongue. You? I've seen you before. Oh, I like you. Such a resilient specimen. With you, I could do great things. I like the eyes on this one.
Pull your fucking totem!
I like yours, too.
Not this one. Somebody broke it already. It's a shame.
Captain Blazkowicz, help me make a choice. In your opinion, which one of these two varieties would best support my research? I have inadequate room for samples. Should you decline my appeal, I shall have to put the scalpel to both of them and we'd be here all day. I'll make matters simple. All you need to do is look to the one you would have me dissect
I always choose
Go on, Captain, make it
Fergus here.
for me.
I will at some point choose Wyatt, but I'm going with Fergus again.
Really, this one? I would have elected Ada, but I will defer to your preference, Captain Blazkowicz.
It's okay, Blazko. It's a war. People die. My time's up is up.
General Death's head. Today he's teaching me a lesson. I've seen suffering and death. People maimed and tortured. Thought I'd seen it all. But I'd never seen true cruelty. Until now. Count to 4. Inhale. Count to 4. Exhale.
Sir, I have ideas, sir. Follow my lead. Sir, we have to disable these nozzles for the incinerator. Grab the pipe and help me smash them shut. Take the lock to the window.
Ah, lockpicking. This game also has that. I'd completely forgotten. There we go.
Save me, you fucking asshole!
Wciąż nie znamy jego tożsamości? Przez 9 tygodni nikt go nie szukał?
Nikt, panie doktorze, nie.
Nie mogę usunąć odłamków. Tylko pogorszyłbym jego stan.
Tak, panie doktorze.
W takim razie trafi do zakładu psychiatrycznego. Nic nie możemy zrobić. Mózg jest uszkodzony.
Tak.
Ma jajecznicę z mózgu.
Tak, panie doktorze.
Jajecznicę.
Czekałam na ciebie tak długo. Obudził się.
Sądzisz?
Zaufaj mi, mamo. Po prostu twoja córka ma tajemniczą moc.
Twoja córka, ja tam się przy niej wiele nie napracowałem.
Tato!
Haben Sie noch Fragen? Zeichnen Sie!
Wkrótce to wszystko się skończy. Zostawię cię teraz przy oknie, w świetle.
Strange sensation. Trapped in my body. I black out. I'm losing time. Sometimes the seasons change in the blink of an eye. I'm having trouble with my thoughts. They dissipate like a scent on the wind. But it's getting better. Here's what I know. I'm in Poland. A hospital. No, an insane asylum. She's the head nurse. That's her father. Shrink. Their mother. Some type of pharmacist. They run the place, I reckon. Sometimes Christmas. Sometimes birthdays. And sometimes Nazis come. They leave with patients in shackles. Like it's Death's Head's personal candy store. The shrink raises hell and all, but in the end he signs. No choice, I suppose. And I've seen all this. Good folks made powerless. I'm alive because of these people. I'm getting better. Because of her. Her name is Anya. She takes good care of me. She takes care of everyone. She holds this place together. Supposed to be married by now, but hasn't happened.
Wir schließen diese Einrichtung. Ihre Dienste werden nicht länger benötigt. War kein Grund, rührselig zu werden, Doktor. Sie haben zufriedenstellende Arbeit geleistet. Weitermachen.
Przestań! Nie! Pomocy! Pomocy! Nie! Nie! Jesteś przeklęty!
Was hier vorgeht, die haben einen Offizier bei der Befehlsausführung
Unser Befehl lautet nicht, die Betreuer zu töten.
Was war mit der hier? Keine Ahnung. Bringt sie in den Keller. Von der
Komm
entscheiden.
auf! Komm auf!
Scheiße.
Leg dich gefällt ab! Komm schon!
Arschlöcher!
Nazi scum.
Anya, where'd they take you? Legs are like jelly. Fingers feel numb. Mother of all headaches.
You can do this as a stealth sequence, it works. So used to the stealth in this at this point that it's pretty much just mechanically ingrained in me, let's say. Not gonna be calling your bitch buddies now, are you? Now there's a bunch of flashbacks we can go trigger if we go into certain rooms, which is interesting.
Nazis shooting folks who can't defend themselves.
Game is definitely doable on Uber difficulty. I thought it would be a lot harder, but honestly, it's been pretty easy. I noticed difficulty change, but not to the point where it's like impossible. Yeah, there's a guy coming here. BJ is so strong that he can knife people through helmets. By the way, this game has the best knife recovery system. In the next 2 games, it is terrible. You don't always get your knife back. I rarely have never gotten my knife back in this game. You always get it back. Ah, did that guy notice that one of his guys? Okay, yeah, he did. I don't think he noticed that there was a guy there. Now this is more combat coming up here. Like I said, you'll notice that all the weapons change ever so slightly. They look different and they behaved a little differently. That would be because we're in the future. And the technology has evolved. Oh boy. Alright, come on. Ah, the drones. I'd forgotten about these pieces of shit. You want to fight, cocksuckers? I'll give you a fucking fight. I keep wanting to hit the weapon wheel, but I know that the weapon wheel doesn't exist in this game. Fucked asshole.
Anya, I'll get you out of here.
Jesteś żołnierzem? Umiesz walczyć? Kim jesteś?
Jestem William J. Blaskowicz, Ranger, Army, USA, USA. I'm sorry, my Polish isn't very good. Are you fit to drive?
Where to?
Wherever.
And they grieve for their dead. Such raw sorrow. Can't partake. Mine would flood oceans. It would drown me. If I let it out.
It's 1960.
1960.
Yes. You've stayed with us for 14 years. It's 1960.
I have to find a way to contact the U.S. military. I gotta find my unit, let them know I'm alive and ready for duty.
There's no more war. It's over. No more military. No.
The war ain't over. Look at all these Nazis walking around.
They won. It's over. The Nazis rule the world now. They are everywhere. Everywhere.
What about the U.S.?
The USA, they, what's the word? Poddacie.
Surrenders.
He surrendered.
Because of Boo! Atom bomb.
They surrendered 12 years ago when Nazi atom bombed their country.
Yes.
Well, then I'll find the resistance. I'll find them and I'll help them fight.
Oh, no, no, no. More resistance. Everyone is captured. If they leave, the Nazis have them. And who can say where they keep them?
I am a trained and experienced field coordinator working on behalf of Generalstrasse himself. Do you know how much misfortune you are in if you do not release me? There is no point in keeping me here. I will be very lenient to you and the nurse and her family if you let me go immediately. You have my word on this. Understand, you damned lunatic, that I am superior to people like you. Warum hörst du mich, du Schwach? Just and fair in dealing with people like you. Do you realize who I am? It would serve you well if you... Du bist ein gottverdammter Irrenanstaltsinsasse!
Let me tell you how this is gonna work. I'm gonna ask you one question. You are gonna answer that question in a way I find satisfactory, and if you do not, I will saw your head off with this here appliance, you hear me? So here it comes. Where are you people keeping the captured resistance fighters?
I'm sure. I don't know what you're talking about. There is no resistance! Zur Hölle mit dir und deinem verdammten Widerstand! What do you want to know? The resistance fighters, where are they? Berlin, Eisenwald, Presen. But you never make it there. There are checkpoints everywhere. Looking for you. Looking for you and the nurse. And soon they will find this place. And then you will be on your knees!
No, gotowy. Jesteś przystojny chłop, panie Błaskowicz. Nie taki przystojny jak ja, ale nieźle. Pilnuj jej. Rozumiemy się? Albo ja cię znajdę i zrobię ci krzywdę.
Rozumiem.
Dobrze. Więc wybieramy się do Berlina.
We ask for your mercy, Lord, as we make the journey across dark waters. Grant us sound feet and silent breath. Refuge from the storm.
Ihre Papiere.
And safe passage amidst hungry wolves.
Alarm! Take my hand. The road is not safe. You kill the Nazis. Here, I stay with Karl. Nie wstawaj. We wait for you here. Kill everyone.
All right, guys. I'm gonna call it there. I fucking love this game. This game is great. If you haven't played this game, I would recommend getting it as soon as possible. It's probably gonna be on sale soon, you know. But that there is what is it? There's always a sale before the Halloween sale on Steam. It was a really good game. This is one of my favorites, actually. I think one of the parts that no one talks about in this game is the brilliant pacing. The pacing is just amazing. There's no wasted moments in this game. I love this game. I played it earlier in the year. I also played the new Colossus, and later in the month, my video on Youngblood will be out, so that should be interesting.